I'm Josh Johnson. We've got so much to talk about tonight. The Scottish teach Miami that not all music needs rhythm. Lewis Black gets bent out of shape about getting in shape. And Donald Trump's reflecting pool is having issues. Or was it murder? So, let's get into the headlines. Let's start with the biggest story in sports right now. The World Cup fans have come from all over the world to see which country has the most athletic black people. But one country has been making their presence known a little more than the rest.
South Florida's getting taken over by the Scottish this week for the World Cup, turning Little Havana into an international street party.
This is so fun. Also, I'm just happy to see an all-white parade where they're not chanting about the Jews. I'm not sure about the bagpipes, though. You know the Loch Ness Monster is back in Scotland right now. Like, finally, I can get some sleep. The only reason I'm so elusive is because I don't want to hear those damn bagpipes. But let's get to the big story. It has now been 10 weeks since the start of the war that has come to define Donald Trump's second term. So let's get right into our continuing coverage of the Washington, D.C. reflecting pool.
Looks like shit.
Ever since the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool turned bright green, which is a thing I just said like it's totally normal, it's become the first breakout hit of the summer.
Tourists are actually flocking to the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool to catch a glimpse of the controversial renovation.
It was kind of like disgusting. Like it looks like it's green. Like it looks like vomit.
And it smells really bad.
I had to see for myself. I couldn't believe it.
Hey kids, remember you wanted to go to Disneyland? Instead, we're gonna go see the world's largest kombucha. You know, everybody's complaining about the pool, but they're coming out to see it. I'm not saying it's better this way. I'm just saying it seems to be pretty popular. This is how far America has fallen. The last time we collected this many people around the reflecting pool was for civil rights. People were like, we must come out to support Dr. King. 60 years later, we're like, a slimy pool, this I gotta see. Now, anyone who's ever owned a swimming pool or a fish tank or a bong that they never wash will not be surprised that there's algae in the pool. And a shallow pool like this with a dark bottom in hot weather is particularly hard to keep clean. I know that because half the people I follow on social media are pool experts all of a sudden. This is a completely natural and expected development. But Donald Trump thinks there's something else to blame.
We have I think 290, 300-foot slit right through it, probably a box cutter or a knife of some kind. They cut it very violently. The same thing with the floor, they cut it. And then they lifted it, they pulled it. I can't help it if somebody goes in with a knife and starts hacking it up. Who would think that somebody would go into a pool and take a knife and start cutting it?
Yeah, who would think of something like that 2 months ago?
This will last for at least 50 years, and you'll never have a leak. It's very strong. You couldn't, if you had a knife, I don't want to give anybody ideas. If you had a knife, you can't even cut it.
I've never seen someone have a line of logic so stupid they reverse inception themselves. Me from before had the idea to never. I told myself it couldn't be done, and then I forgot. That's why it happened. Look, I'll admit right now, I'm one of Trump's biggest haters, but Donnie, let me help you out. You have got to chill. People are not shanking the pool at night. Also, algae can't be that hard to get rid of. I mean, damn, you got one of the biggest algae eaters in your cabinet. Send him down to the pool. He'll be like, looks like soup. Broccoli cheddar. The point is, don't go around escalating the situation.
This morning, the National Guard and Park Police patrolling the reflecting pool on the National Mall.
There are cameras stationed every 50 yards or so.
The president had Marine One do a flyover around the reflecting pool.
According to the White House, 17 police reports have been filed for vandalism, leading to 6 arrests.
Dang, you treating the reflecting pool like Epstein drowned in it. Just imagine what Iran must be thinking right now. They turn on the TV like, where are the Americans plotting to send their force? Damn. Are they even thinking about us? And I get Trump's disappointed because according to him, this was going to be the best pool in the history of water.
President Obama, President Biden spent much more than $100 million on the reflecting lake. You know what they got out of it? A closed lake. I'm doing the super job, and it's going to be much better. It's going to be something very special. It'll be, I think, very reflective, very, very good. It's like a piece of glass. Beautiful color, beautiful everything. You could never get anything like that. It's going to look better than it did in 1922 when it was built. The Lincoln Memorial, look at that. Beautiful. Look at how that reflects. It's like a mirror.
See, that's your problem right there. You talked it up so much, you jinxed it. Now I want to let him build the ballroom, just see how bad it turns out. I bet it disintegrates at the first cha-cha slide. The lesson here is, Trump, you gotta wait until after you do something to flex. If you had never made a big deal out of the pool, no one would have noticed. I mean, RFK would still be down there because to him, that's yummy. But Trump basically shot a buzzer-beating, game-winning shot, turned around and threw his hands up in the air to celebrate, and then instead of going in, it missed and killed a baby duckling. Now you got people across the country coming over to gawk at the fact that you turned the reflecting pool into a Kool-Aid bucket. And all your supporters in the media who should be defending your Iran disaster or your economic disaster have to defend this disaster.
I think this is Trump derangement syndrome at its finest.
The far left will never get behind or celebrate anything that Donald Trump does.
Newsflash. Algae grows in stagnant water.
President Trump is trying to make D.C. nicer. Because guess what? Presidents should care about beauty.
Only the Democrats could hate beautifying our nation's capital.
They are rooting for his failure, and in this case, they're even rooting for algae.
I'm sorry, this is not the point, but what is going on with Sean Hannity's face? I mean, I have never seen white cheeks that big that haven't been rapped about. Like, I'm not trying to make fun of his looks or anything, but I mean, is he auditioning for a new Chipmunks movie? Where Alvin eats Simon and Theodore? I bet you squirrels look at Hannity like how my nuts taste. It looks like the dentist added wisdom teeth. Sean, you gotta address this. You can't just walk in a room and sit down in front of a camera with a BBL on your face and act like we're not gonna notice. You gotta address what's happening. Anything like, sorry about my face, y'all. I'm currently going through a nutty professor type situation. It should be cleared up once I learn to love and accept myself for who I truly am. For more on the status of the reflecting pool, we go live to Washington, D.C. with Michael Kosta. Hit us with the updates.
Josh, I'm down here at the reflecting pool, and it is still a disaster. The once clear water, now a cloudy mixture of green sludge that reflects not the Washington Monument, but the corruption that runs deep in this administration. It is disgusting, and I want to drink it. Back to you, Josh.
Wait, Michael, did you say you wanted to drink the pool water?
What? Of course not. It's a green swamp. An intoxicating green. Unnatural and yet dancing in a hypnotizing swirl of foam. Sorry, Josh, you were saying that I should drink the water.
No, Kosta, you cannot drink the water. I'm pretty sure you'll die.
Of course I will. I probably will. I mean, one thing's for certain. Whether it's the Iran war or his January 6 pardons, President Trump has shown that he's unable to lead this nation with dignity and ethics. So, cheers to you, Josh.
Michael, did you just scoop up the water from the pool?
Did I? I just blacked out. The next thing I know is in my hands. Oh, it smells. It smells of a dark and powerful bargain. A bargain that I am willing to make.
Michael, do not drink that water.
Of course not. That would be crazy. I mean, what's even crazier is that Trump's administration has bid to no contract, which allowed one of his corrupt...
Wait, why are you dressing up the glass, Kosta? Don't drink it.
Josh, okay, I'm going to level with you. I am dying to drink this water. I mean...
Yeah, I know. It appears the combination of chemicals and negligence has made the algae some kind of sentient being looking for a host to spread itself all across the country. It's really a metaphor for Trump's America if you think about it.
Maybe, and maybe giving it, and maybe drinking it will give me superpowers. You ever think about that? What if it turns me into the Hulk? You know, his penis becomes incredible too.
It won't. At best, it will make you shit your pants. Pour it out, Michael.
Fine, I'll pour it out. Into my mouth.
Kosta, no!
Something's happening to me, Josh! I'm shitting my pants! Why did you make me do that?
I didn't!
Maybe if I drink more water, it'll help.
No, Michael Kosta, everybody.